Hey, it's Les from the TV Dudes. This week, I'm thrilled to chat with actress Lily Brooks O'Brien, a versatile rising performer whose talents have catapulted her into leading roles across stage and screen at just 16 years old. This fall, Lily Brooks can be seen fronting the new Apple TV series Life by Ella, in the title role of Ella McCaffrey. The series follows Ella as she returns to school after beating cancer with a brand new perspective, excitement for what the future holds, and a major seize-the-day mentality, ready to tackle everything she was too afraid of before and determined not to let the minutiae of fake friends and social media status distract her. Life by Ella will premiere internationally on Apple TV on September 2nd, 2022. We had a great time chatting about her career and what her new show means to her, and I hope you enjoy.
Thanks so much for making time today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm super excited.
So I wanted to, obviously we're going to get to talk about Life by Ella, which is coming up in September on Apple TV. But I also, you got to do the main character in Matilda for a touring Broadway show, and I'm dying to hear what that experience was like. Can you tell me a little bit about how you got bit by the acting bug? What got you into this?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I started acting when I was 5 years old. I was always a big performer. I would do little Taylor Swift concerts in my living room for my parents and for my siblings. And I've always been a big performer. So one day I convinced my mom to let me do this little theater camp in my hometown, Memphis, Tennessee, at Germantown Community Theater. And it was just this little summer camp for acting. And at the end, we did this theater production, or a musical production, of Sleeping Beauty. And the first role that I ever played at the age of 5 was a bunny rabbit in Sleeping Beauty. And from that moment on, I just knew that this is what I wanted to do. I had so much fun doing it, and it felt like the right place for me. So I continued doing theater, and then I booked the role of Matilda, which was incredible. Matilda was always my dream role. My dad actually took me to New York City one year for my birthday, and we had front row tickets to Matilda. And from that moment on, I was like, I want to play Matilda. So my mom actually let me go to an open call in New York City, and I think I auditioned for Matilda for a year straight, because multiple times they were like, oh, you're not old enough yet. We really love you. Come back just when you're a little older. So every single open call, I was there ready to audition. And I finally booked it once, and I was able to go on the national tour for Matilda musical, and it was genuinely the most incredible experience of my life. And I wouldn't be the actor I am today, or the person I am today, without it.
Yeah, I would think beyond just the experience of acting that's just a huge life experience. Was it jarring to get that dream and have it be so disruptive?
Yeah, no, definitely, because I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee, and taking my life from Memphis, Tennessee to New York for a few months for rehearsals, and then for the next 8 months all around the country. It was definitely a big change, especially for a 9-year-old. I was with my mom kind of half the time, and the other half I was with different family members that would come on tour with me for different weeks at a time, so that my mom could go back and spend time with my brother and sister. I definitely think it was actually harder on my brother and sister than it was on me, because I was gone for so long, and my brother and sister were in school like, where is Lily? So I really loved it, and I learned so much from being on tour and going around the country, experiencing different places and different cultures. And I'm really grateful for that experience because of how much I learned.
Was there anything that you remember being like a particular learning curve of wow, I didn't know that this is what is actually involved in a touring theater production?
Absolutely. Especially as a kid, I didn't know that your parents wouldn't be allowed to be backstage with you. So that was definitely a little shocking, and something that I had to get used to is once you enter backstage, the parents aren't allowed back there. So you're on your own for the entire show. No, my mom wasn't allowed to be in there, or my grandmother, or anyone who was with me. They dropped me off at the stage door, and then they would meet me at the stage door after the show was over. So when I was backstage, I was, all by myself. Of course, we had, wranglers and other adults there with us, but I think not having my mom there was definitely a little scary because I was only 9. It was a very new experience for me to be on my own and do this by myself. But that is definitely the thing I'm also most grateful for, because it taught me to be independent and to kind of learn how to do things on my own, which was great.
I'm always amazed by how out of order things can be shot, and all of the magic that can make TV or movies seem the way they seem that you just can't do on a stage. You know, you start a play, and that thing's going to finish no matter what happens. And
that is what I love about theater. That is what I absolutely love about musical theater, is that you just have to go with it, because no matter what, the show must go go on.
Did you, when you moved into parts like on The Big Show or in The Tick or even now on Life by Ella, did you find that to be kind of a whole different animal, or did your job of acting feel the same with just some details different?
I think it was definitely an adjustment, because going from theater to filming a TV show, it is a big jump, but I'm grateful that I had kind of an in-between with The Big Show, because it was a sitcom, so we filmed in front of a live audience. So I still had that little piece of theater in there, because I was performing a live audience every Friday. So I kind of had like a really good transition from musical theater to film and TV because of that sitcom live audience element, and I'm really grateful for that. It helped me transition into film and TV a lot easier, and I really enjoyed the live audience. I think performing in front of an audience is so different than just performing in front of a camera and all the people in the room, and it was a lot of fun.
I really think it makes a difference in the energy. There's just no way around it.
For sure, because at the end of the takes, everyone's like clapping and cheering, or you get like their genuine reactions. Mm-hmm. And I think that that's really cool. It gives the actors a lot to play off of.
So when it came to getting the role of Life by Ella, can you talk to me a little bit about the audition process and the project?
Yeah. So I auditioned back in May of 2021, or yes, I think. Yeah, 2021. And then I waited a little while. I got a few callbacks, and I waited a little bit, just as kind of every audition is. Like, I did the initial self-tape, and then I got a few callbacks and met with the producers, Tim Pollock and Jeff Hodson, who were the sweetest people in the world. And I immediately fell in love with the character. As soon as I got that audition, I filmed the self-tape at my friend's house, and we were both like crying reading the script. And I just immediately fell in love with the character. I immediately fell in love with the story and the heart. And immediately I knew I just wanted to be Ella. So I went through a few callbacks and auditions, and then I finally booked it. I was so excited, and this project means so much to me because I am a youth ambassador for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and my character, Ella, in Life by Ella, is a kid who is in remission for cancer, and she's kind of returning to school and getting back to her life away from cancer, kind of taking on this brand new perspective and excitement for everything that's ahead of her. And she also has this different mentality with her because of everything she went through, going through treatment. Like, she's realized you can't live life being scared. You have to just live life with no fears. And she has this big seize the day mentality. And I really love this story because it shows that no matter what, you just have to live your life and make yourself happy. And if you're not happy, then, you know, you just have to find a way to make yourself happy. And I love that. I love that message so much. I learned a lot from it, and I'm sure a lot of people who worked on Life by Ella also learned a lot from it. Ella has taught me a lot about life and about myself as well.
That's great. And I know you were also involved in Team Young Hollywood and Broadway. Can you tell me a little bit about getting that off the ground and what that's about?
Yeah, of course. So every year, St. Jude Children's Research Hospital hosts a walk/run to raise money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and you can create teams to help raise money. I had this idea to create a team called Team Young Hollywood and Broadway, which brought together a bunch of kids and teenagers from the Young Hollywood area and also the Broadway area, because those are the two sections that I know the most people in. So I texted and messaged a bunch of my friends and was like, hey, I'm creating this team for the walk run for St. Jude. And all they had to do was go live on Instagram and use the donation button for St. Jude on Instagram. And we raised over, I think it was $35,000. And I am so grateful for that. And we're doing it again this year. So make sure to stay tuned for that. So I'm incredibly excited for that. And this year the walk run is also in person. So that'll be really exciting because last year it was all online because of COVID.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And I think it's so great to use those connections and use that networking like that. It's just wonderful.
Absolutely. Especially because, it's all teenagers. So we're not going to be able to raise the most money since we're all teenagers and, we're not working and kids. But being able to teach this generation about the amazing things that St. Jude does, and now that they know about all the incredible things that St. Jude does, they know that when they get older, that's the charity that they want to donate to. And I think that that's really amazing. And I'm grateful to have shared St. Jude and their incredible organization with so many kids and teenagers.
Well, going all the way from the bunny rabbit to Ella, have you had a absolute favorite moment so far that you've gotten to do at work?
Oh, there are so many. I enjoy every moment when I'm working. I'm the happiest when I'm on set. But I think just those little moments when you're with your cast or your crew, and you might even have a little dance party in between takes, or we're talking about football, or we're doing a scene with a taco or with a burrito truck or something, and we're all just eating burritos afterwards. Or this is a moment in Life by Ella that you'll have to look out for. There's a scene where we have donuts, and I remember while we were filming that scene, after every take, I was like, oh my God, I want to eat that donut so bad. And after, me and my castmates went and just basically had a donut party because we were done filming it. So they didn't need the donuts anymore. So we snuck the donuts away and had a little donut party and did school. And it was great.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for telling me all about it. Folks can watch Life by Ella on Apple TV coming up in September. Yeah, September 2nd. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you get to do on it and see what you do next. It's really wonderful to chat with you.
Thank you so much. So excited for everyone to see it. So yeah, make sure to check it out on Apple TV Plus September 2nd, Life by Ella. It's going to be great.
Thanks again. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. You too. It was so great talking to you.
TV Dudes is an independently run podcast out of Austin, Texas. We are exclusively listener supported. If you'd like to help us out, go to patreon.com/TVDudes.
You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at TV Dudes. All the music for our show is done by our friend and original TV dude, Gregory J. Amani Smith.
To find out more about us, go to thetvdudes.com. I'm Randy Lander.
I'm Les Weiler.
And I'm Kyle Scott.
Thanks for listening.